Hi everybody and welcome back to Miss Angler's biology class. I am Miss Angler and in today's video we are going to be doing part 2 of my Applying to University series. Today we're going to specifically focus on a really nerve-wracking one, which is how much does university cost? Because I think it's going to be an eye-opener. If you don't know how much university costs, you're going to see the breakdown today. And then in my follow-up video, part 3 on Thursday, we are going to cover all the hidden costs in university. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the total amount of money that you need per year minimum if you want to go to university. Now, before we jump into the eye-opening, I mean, like, your eyes are probably going to like fall out of your face when you see how much university actually costs. Like, prepare yourself because it's a lot. I'm going to tell you what you actually get for all these really large amounts of money and what it doesn't include either. That's a big one. So first of all, when we talk about tuition, we're talking about paying for being taught. So that's what tuition is. You're paying for things like your professors, your tutors, your TUT groups, the people who are going to be educating you. What's also covered in this price is things like your coursework. So that includes things like booklets that will be printed for you, worksheets, handouts, like the printed stuff, what we would call your coursework. And of course, some pieces of coursework are really like fancy in the way they're bound and put together. So that's also where some of this price goes into. Other things that are covered in your tuition are access to certain facilities. For example, access to the library, access to gyms, sporting equipment, that kind of thing is also built into your tuition. So make the most of it and use the facilities that you have at university because it's coming out of your tuition. Another thing that comes out of this tuition is your access to computers and the internet and having this, access to Wi-Fi anywhere you are on campus. What it doesn't include is some kind of personal laptop to yourself. So you've got to think about that. If you are going to rely on the computer system at university, you need to work a system around that and how you're going to access the internet best. Now let's talk cash money. How much does it actually cost to go to different universities for the same degree? I'm going to do some popular degrees so you can get a feel for it. But again, you need to go onto the fee structures for your particular university that you want to go to. I'm going to focus on 3 major sectors. The first being medicine, as it's a very popular choice amongst students wanting to become doctors, of course. And I'm going to rank it from the most expensive to the least expensive. But that's just, of course, the universities that I've chosen to represent. Starting off with UCT. UCT charges per year for the first year of health sciences 93,000 Rand. Let's just take that in for a moment. Yes, sir, you heard right. Following that, in a second place, is Stellenbosch University, where they charge 78,000 Rand a year. And then in third place, we have Wits, which charges 64,000 Rand a year. Now, again, there may even be cheaper options in these 3. They're just my example universities. Now let's look into humanities. Now, humanities refers to the arts, and it can be everything from languages to fine art, music. There can also be things like archaeology and geography. And so this is a really broad degree. And so you would need to look at the specific kind of BA that you were going into to get a better feel, because I'm giving you a range of price. Starting off with, again, the heavy hitter, UCT. UCT's BAs range in price from 64,000 Rand to 91,000 Rand, depending on, again, what course you are taking. Then in second, speaking about Stellenbosch or Stellies, their prices range in between 47 to 57,000 Rand for a BA. And lastly, the third example university is Wits, again with a range from about 46,000 to 56,000 Rand per annum for the first year. Now, maybe you don't want to go into humanities and you don't want to go into medicine. You're thinking about going into science. Well, science isn't any cheaper, everybody. We're going to start off looking at UCT. Now, UCT for your first year of a general science degree charges you about 71,000 Rand. In second place, again, we have Stellenbosch sitting with a more slightly comfortable 58,000 Rand for your first year. And then at Wits, it seems to be a range, and I think that has to do with what kind of Bachelor of Science you're taking, depending on, again, the teaching resources that need to be provided to you. It ranges anywhere between 48,000 Rand to 59,000 Rand for your first year. Now, here is the scary part. This is just your tuition. It doesn't cover all the other hidden costs associated with university. And in my video coming out on Thursday, I'm going to list and point out some of the amounts of money that sort of creep up out of nowhere, and you're like, well, where did that come from? Like, I didn't know I had to pay that, and there's 1,000 Rand popping up here and 200 Rand popping up there. There's all these little extra bits of money that you need to be aware of when going to university. Now, as promised, I also told you how much roughly the average first year university student costs. And I'm going to give you a full breakdown in Thursday's video, the follow-up to this, the hidden cost video. But a first year student with their tuition, along with all the hidden costs, costs around 106,000 Rand a year to send to university. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the minimum amount. Now, if this is giving you a lot of panic and you're thinking, my family doesn't have this kind of money, how am I going to pay for this? Well, that is also coming up in this series as well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the bursaries that are available out to you there, how to apply for them, how to look for them, how to find them, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to get your education for free, or as close as possible to being for free. Now, if you've liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure you're all subscribed, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.